So one of the guys you can use is Conan Hendry, and Conan Hendry is a goal poacher. You have Marco Reus also in blue form, all blue form. But when Conan Hendry is in blue form, it is very late because he doesn't have outside killer skill. Outside killer skill is one of the skills we don't need. This is 4-2-1-3 opponent. So Conan Hendry doesn't have outside killer skill. You can get him in Cote d'Ivoire. He has regularly and very high, which is excellent. Now, when you check the skills, we don't have outside killer. That is the most important thing. All the free epics have the outside killer skill. Now, those guys who have the outside killer skill are sometimes very difficult to control. That is why Conan Hendry is perfect whenever he's in blue form, of which I recommend you get him. You can find him in Cote d'Ivoire Lys GR. And once you get him, the training guide is very simple. Just focus on stamina and you spend the rest on finishing and passing. But most important thing is the stamina. The rest of the values is most dependent on how you play. As I've talked about in previous video, whenever you get the ball, you would be frozen. So whenever you notice that you are frozen, you just clear. Okay, and Conan Hendry one over there. Rice, we have Marco Reus is also in blue form, very excellent. Marco Reus in blue form, excellent. I think he also doesn't have that outside killer skill. So you notice that in certain situations, when I do, see how I use Marco Reus, when I do this long range kill, the guys who don't have outside killer skill are able to eat it perfectly. So you can get Marco Reus, you can get Conan Hendry, and a couple more others. Those guys are very perfect. And I'll talk about another defending trick in another video very soon. And at this point, you just move backwards and try to get the right angle. Nice, we just clear. As soon as you get the angle right, we clear again, and we try to get the angle right to win the ball. And this is what I'm talking about. Very easy to hit this long range kills with players that don't have the outside killer skill. With those guys who have the outside killer skill, it's a little bit challenging because they want to do the outside killer at first touch, but then you have to change it again. So I'll show you what I mean in the next video. I'll use Bebeto if he's in blue form. So Conan Hendry is very perfect for this trick. No outside killer skill, just normal long range kills, and boom. And GK, for GK, I've spoken about GK a lot in the past videos. You can check the GK videos and you'd find that one to be very useful. And nothing much going on, just have to adjust our matchup very well. Adjust very well and nice. And then we clear with our GK and move, try to get angle right, try it nice, and through pass, try to get the angle right, move backwards, try to get the angle right, and try to get it right. Nice. I'm gonna share that trick in another video about the defensive aspects in terms of what skills they need. I will share it very soon, so watch out for that one. Very easy, get the angles right and very good to go. So I've spoken about a couple more things you need to do, but you have to check the previous guides, and I'm gonna do it again. Very easy. So the guys that don't have the outside killer skill are those guys who are more effective when it comes to hitting this kind of kills. So you should have Conan Hendry on the reserves so that whenever he's on a top form, we can use him. Very easy to use, and it's just phenomenal. So on this one, Bebeto and Willian, we have Bebeto and Willian. Also in top blue, I've told you where to get Willian from. Willian, you can get him in Suwon RB Korean League, and nice. Bebeto, on the other hand, has the outside killer skill. So if you are using Bebeto, it's great. But then there are certain situations and and very, very heavy lags, you would realize that it would be dragged certain times. But then it's great, it's perfect. That's a nice true pass on Bebeto. And McElroy's true pass. And Bebeto, see, Bebeto uses his left foot to curl that particular curl. That is the thing about the players with the outside killer skill. It's sometimes difficult to use their correct foot because they want to do the outside killer. And it changes the foot they would use. It brings a kind of confusion. But it's still great, given that you have a very, very stable condition, match is very, very stable, you'd be able to use him the way you want to. So those guys without outside killer, what I'm saying is they would be able to control their foot more quickly to hit the long range killer faster. But the guys who have the outside killer skill, they will delay because they want to do the outside killer, or should they take the normal kill? That's the thing. That's the thing you have to pay attention to. And you can get Bebeto from the free Avengers Assemble pack. You can get free Bebeto over there. Is excellent. Is perfecto. True pass Bebeto. That was Marco Rice. We move backwards here. As I've said, and the defending aspect is about just one player. You have to move that one player very, very well. Just forget all the other players in the team. Just forget all of them. You just have to move your one guy very, very well. And Bebeto wins the ball. Bebeto to Marco Reus, and Marco Reus also has done it. I just had to clear some background apps because I'm experiencing some device lags which happen occasionally. And that's it. So check your squad. Make sure they have weak foot, high accuracy, and also use the ones that do not have the outside killer skill as compared to those who have the outside killer skill. Although you may not notice a significant difference between those who have the outside killer skill and those who don't have, and those who have, you may not notice a significant difference because at that particular instance of match, your match would be smooth. But then when it's laggy, when you are being held on track, that is when you notice the significant difference between this kind of those guys who have the outside killer skill and those who don't have the outside killer skill. So I recommend you use those who don't have the outside killer skill because they are perfect. You can control their foot very, very more accurately and responsibly.